I haven't done a hate drama video in a while, and now I just feel like doing it for some reason. I don't want to be negative though. I just want it to be it's just a reflection of my idea of haters right now. But I love these sunglasses, the ones I stepped on in the hippie room, because they were sitting on a rainbow-colored circular rug, and I almost broke them. But I thank the person that got them for me. I really love them. They're the really cool sunglasses. And since Sir John suggested it, he suggests I wear them in every video because he thinks they look cool on me. So I'm going to basically try to do that, unless I just have to see the neck for some certain video, or just don't feel like wearing them. But a lot of the time I think I will. So thanks for the suggestion, Sir John. I don't know what is under. I got a bone to pick or something. I don't know. I've been reading some hate comments and feeling some vibe on the street here, and just something tells me I got to get it off my chest. So sorry about that. I haven't done anti-hate video in like forever. But then again, I used to have people to talk to in my life that I could get things out to, like the moderator and whatever. But I don't have anyone to talk to now, so you guys have to take the brunt of it, I guess. Sometimes when there's no one else here to talk to. So anyway, let's do it. I posted a Bible verse, Romans 2:1. It basically says, from the Bible itself, which a lot of my haters claim to be Christians, so eat this, haters, that he that judgeth often doeth the same things that he judges in the other person, and therefore condemns himself when he judges somebody else. I posted it on my post and on my YouTube channel, so it's right there. Read up anybody that says they're a Christian and hates me. And then there's something I haven't mentioned in a long time, which is Plastic Man Syndrome, which I admit something about that. Peace, love you, bro. I admit something about that. It was a little better today, going up and down Old Town Front Street for some dumb reason. It was a little lighter. It was a little better than it had been or has been. So I'm calling that because I call it like I see it, not like I want to. But to me, Plastic Man Syndrome is when a guy's ego is all wrapped up in his girl, and the two of them, or maybe even three, if there's two guys and one girl or whatever, go walking by like they're the big heroes of the moment. And there's a thing in the Navy that this was called, that these losers, whatever they are, these people, they're actually coming close to, is a thing called losing the edge. When they cling to something too tightly, you start to lose your control, which I saw was a little better today in Old Town Front Street. It was a little better than it had been in that regard. But a lot of times the guy's got so tight a control of his girl that it's obvious he's doing that. It's obvious it's more about him and his ego than it is about the girl and her protection or even her wishes. So, but today it was better. I saw, for instance, there was a hot girl going by with two guys, looked all right. But the girl was smiling at me, and the guys had kind of sour faces, but they weren't like clinging onto her. They weren't like looking at her like, don't you dare look at him. And they just let her look at me, and we kind of laughed together. So that was better. That's better. That's more like it, guys. But when I see guys that just cling to their girl like it's for dear life, it's like they're losing the edge with it, you know? You have to be okay with yourself and without your girl, dude, before you can cling to some, have some girl to validate your A plus status in society. But it was better today, so just as I'm making this video, I have to acknowledge that was a little better. The guys weren't all around their girl so much, but when they do that, which they have a lot of the time, it just first of all, it's disgusting. Second of all, it's pathetic. Because you can tell they're doing that. You can tell it's all about them and their ego, not about the girl or her protection or wishes. It's about the guy's pride. And it was better today, so I'm calling that. Dudes that were with the girls weren't so clingy today. So I that's the way to go. Because that's the way. Other hand around her neck. I didn't do that. In fact, she had another boyfriend named okay with that. Okay. I didn't mind sharing with Andy. If he would have lied, he would have been okay with that. But no, he had to be Plastic Man superhero, and she literally had to lie to him right with me in the car a lot of the time, just to placate him. When me and Amy knew she was lying to him because I was right there, And she was saying, no, I'm not with Jim. I'm not with Jimmie, I promise. And I'm sitting right there, we're practically laughing our heads off. Whatever. You know, I wasn't telling her what to do, or even Andy. Andy was the one doing that. Andy was the one that had the real ego problem, because he couldn't tolerate the idea of his girl, you know, having any thoughts for anybody but him, and that's insecurity and weakness, frankly. So, and then it's not just Andy McKnight. It's a lot of guys who do that, or were doing that, or probably still are, I'm sure. Just, you know, it's not freedom, it's not love, it's not even pleasure. It's control and insecurity masked as success and cruelness, because you have the girl for now. Anyway, love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll.